Okay.
Hi, this is Lady Cameron. I am so excited to be here today with Samantha Vérant, who is joining me from France.
Hi, Lainey, and who also used to live in France.
This,
Soyez le bienvenu, tout le monde.
thank you. And it's your afternoon, my morning, so I'm here with my morning coffee joining you.
I need wine, I think, soon, or champagne.
Yes, well, champagne would be good because your book is doing great. So let's talk about it. I loved this book. I think I wrote in my review, if I had to pick one word, I would call it magical. Let me put up a slide just to show a little bit of what the reviews are saying, because you're getting some fabulous reviews and blurbs about this book. I couldn't agree more with Roselle, who says it transports us to the enchanting setting of southern France and the magic of an exquisite French kitchen. I hadn't even noticed she uses the word magic, just like me. Delectable, escapist. People are feeling like this book is just at a moment when we're all stuck at home, a way to go travel and enjoy French food when you can't actually do it in real life, which is pretty much what we all want right now, is a way to escape, right?
Well, and yeah, exactly. And I didn't start out writing women's fiction. I have two memoirs out, and I've met a lot of people. And I have invited people over to my home because I like sharing just my table or a story with everybody. So it's kind of weird, and I'm supposed to stop doing that. My French husband said, "No more strangers, Sam. How did you meet this person?" My Facebook, through my book.
I love it. I love it. Tell me more about the book and its inspiration.
You bring up the word magic. I've been living in France for 10 years now, and the magic actually for families is the food around a dinner table, and when you bring people together. That was one of my inspirations. The other is to create a strong female protagonist. She has to rediscover her love of cooking. The other inspiration was when I read an article about misogyny in the kitchen. There have been so many male chefs that bring down female chefs. And I'm super pumped for Dominique Crenn. She's a French chef in San Francisco. She just gained her third Michelin star.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was recent. For the male chefs to come out, they say women are too emotional in the kitchen. I don't agree with that, because when you cook with love, what better emotion is there?
So,
But
is there anything in the book that had to change from your initial versions, or that readers might be surprised to know?
there were a lot of changes. I have a very, 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 very editorial agent. I had Sophie live out this fantasy where a high-end magazine came to shoot her on cooking. Yeah, that was cut. It was cut. It was called Haute Mode. I think for writers, and here's a little bit of writerly advice, we all have to cut our darlings. This was one of my darlings. I was like trying to fight it, and I tried to put it in book two too. My agent was like,
How are people receiving the book? I mean, I've seen these fabulous reviews. Are people getting excited about the recipes? There's recipes in the back of the book, right?
And I have all the videos of me cooking like an idiot in my kitchen with this board I set up. I didn't cook all of them. Some of the recipes are hard, so I did simpler ones that can easily be made at home. The recipes are well received, and the book is being well received. I think people enjoy the story more once Sophie stops wallowing and whining. But hey, real life, if your dreams were ripped up from under your feet, what would you do as a real person? You're not going to go out with a knife and start, well, she's a chef, start stabbing people.
Right. And at the beginning of the book, she's kind of pursuing her dream. She's in New York. She's on a track to get that. She's part of a Michelin starred restaurant. And then she's sabotaged by her ex. I'm not telling you, anyone watching anything that's not in the first couple of chapters of the book, but her ex sabotages her, right? And she loses everything. She loses her whole career.
She loses everything. And then she's a fake, she's a beard for her best friend Walter, who is gay, and he hasn't come out to his mother, and then he comes out to his mother, and then Sophie was like, nobody needs me. I don't have a job. I don't have my best friend. He can live his life out in the open, and what do I do? And so yeah, she crashes and burns, and then she finds out her grandmother has had a stroke. So I guess I tortured her a little bit. A lot.
I say that's what great writers do to their characters, is torture them, and the reader gets to go along for the ride. And it's a beautiful ride, right? By the end of the book, she's in France and she's working out how to regain her confidence in cooking and in life. And there's even a little bit of romance in this book, right?
Oh yeah, there's a romance with Remy, and I cast him. One of the fun things I did was Google hot French actors, and I found this guy.
I love it.
And you all have to Google him, Sebastian Dupuis. I was like, ah, yeah.
Oh, I gotta ask you, because your social media is so fun. Tell me about these boots. I saw you in this video wearing the hooker boots. Tell me about, what was that all about?
Book hooker boots. I was doing a book giveaway for the secret French recipes of Sophie VALROUX. And I thought it would be funny if I just did a mashup of rom-coms that I liked, like Pretty Woman, Notting Hill, and then not a rom-com, but Good Will Hunting. And the video started off very funny because all of a sudden there was a kid behind us. And my husband, before I left the house, he was like, Sam, son, what are you wearing? I'm fine. Where are you going dressed like that? I'm like, just the corner.
So before we wrap up, what have you enjoyed reading recently?
So many books, including yours, The Exit Strategy, which I recommended the other day. I love books about strong female characters that are also quite vulnerable. Both of your characters, Carly and Rin, were fabulous. And I also enjoyed Rosie Damon's, and I don't read a lot of raunch-com, and that's her word for it. It was hot and sexy, and I might have read the book and then been like, hey, honey, come here to my husband. It was so sexy. Denise Williams, How to Feel at Flirting, which comes out in December, and I really liked that one as well because it is a romance, but it's also kind of like how you and I write, which is more women's fiction.
I've heard such great things about that book, and I just got my hands on a copy yesterday, so I'm so excited.
I discovered I like cozy mysteries.
Oh,
Kate Lindsay. Her book, Killer Chardonnay. I was like, oh my God, I love cozy mysteries and thrillers like Elmar. I have a TBR list. I need to read still Eddie's book, After Elias, and The Mountain Sing. During book launch, I got behind on my reading because I'm like, oh, everything I needed to do, all the cooking videos.
We link to your social media when we post this, and let's show folks actually where they can find you here. So you're at Samantha_Vérant on Instagram and SamanthaVérant.com. And I'd encourage folks to go to your website and sign up for your newsletter as well. This has been fun. And I got to say, you are such a great supporter of other debuts. You've read so many debuts this year. I mean, like, how many have you read already?
20, 30. Yeah. Been reading thrillers, cozy mysteries, women's fiction, contemporary romance, rom-coms.
I'm just going to say thank you so much for joining me today. And this has just been a lot of fun.
Yeah. And it's so nice to finally chat in person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Izu.